Hi everyone. Yesterday the fascists rose up again from Molivos and Petra this time. There's a hotel that's on the other side of Petra, which is out towards Naxos. This hotel's had problems over the last few years, and you know, these are really nice people in this hotel. And the problem they have, you know, there was a nightclub opened between Petra and Molivos this side, but the noise of the nightclub, it rebounds off the water, and it goes right across the water, even though they're maybe 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers away, but it echoes all night. I spoke to a lot of tourists that were in this hotel, and they said all you can hear is this thump, 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 thump from the nightclub. Right up to early out, you know, to 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock, whatever time they open to. So the hotel itself has lost a lot of business due to this. So, you know, when this nightclub went up, the town promised everyone there wouldn't be any noise. But obviously there was. And anyway, the UNHCR has approached the hotel to put vulnerable families in there. And last week, the Hoteliers Association of Molivos and put out a message to everyone, and I know someone who had a phone call to say they are not allowed any NGOs in their accommodation or refugees allowed in their accommodation. You know, we've been with this time and time again over the last 18 months, 2 years. These people, these bullies, they rule by intimidation. Last night was quite heavy. You know, a lot of them went out to this hotel. It's a beautiful couple running this hotel, and basically told them it's not going to happen. They're not allowed any vulnerable people in the hotel. The town of Molivos constantly going, and the town of Petra now, they don't want, I've been told, no boats are allowed into Molivos, no boats are allowed into Petra. I was speaking to people last night and this morning. Molivos and Petra blamed everything on the NGOs, and now they're saying it's Mytilene as well. Mytilene doesn't want NGOs and everything else. This is bullshit. For you thugs and you fascists and people like this that are destroying tourism on this island and destroying tourism in Molivos and Petra especially, use your own brains. You are a human being, you have a brain, think. Don't listen to the shit that these people are pumping out to you. You have a brain, use it. Yeah? Use this. The NGOs and that, if it before 2 years ago, you know, I know, we live here, yeah, that everything was going downhill, yeah, and the tour operators are bringing less and less people, and the tour operators wasn't advertising, and the tourism went less and less and less and less, yeah. For you to say it's the NGO's fault, or the Kempsons it started off, you blame me for everything. Kempson's brought everyone here. You know, it wasn't a war or anything between massive governments and everything else. It was the Kempsons brought everyone into Molivos. It's their bloody fault. And get rid of the Kempsons. Bullshit. We were here saving babies' lives and human beings' lives. Yeah? Then it's the NGO's fault. Everything's the NGO's fault. When you drive down the road now, just drive out through, you see all these nice roads, you have tarmac and everything else, all this. This was all done by money coming into this island, and by the intelligence of the mayor of the island, to have this the island as humanity, the island of solidarity, yeah. And this island will grow massively if it wasn't for this shit that's coming out from these fascists and that, slashing car tires, blaming everything onto everyone. Now people are trying to make money to put people in their hotel because things are bad. And now you're telling them they're not allowed to. This is racism. Racism on a big scale. This is bully tactics. This is thugs. This is racism. You don't want foreigners here. Why not just come out and say you don't want foreigners here? And we can put it all around the world. You don't want foreigners here. Because you hate foreigners. You hate foreigners completely, this gang of people. And now, where are you going next? You're stopping people making money by putting people into their hotels and stuff? Are you going to start saying no one's allowed in restaurants now? What about the car hire companies? Let's have a go at all the car hire companies for hiring their cars to the NGOs. Let's have a go at all the shops that are selling all the clothes to the NGOs that are giving it to the refugees. Let's have a go at all the food shops. Let's close all the food shops in Molivos because they made a lot of money last year. Let's close the chemists because the chemists made a lot of money last year. Yeah? Let's close everyone that's dealing with NGOs and refugees. You know the amount of money coming in this island in the last 2 years, it's been incredible. And that's what's paid for these bloody tarmac roads and everything else. And you can see things. That's what's paying for getting the trees pruned. That's what's putting people in work. And for you fucking arseholes to start smashing this down, saying we don't want these people here and we don't want this, use your brain. You have a brain. You're an intelligent person. Don't listen to the gossip. Don't listen to the rubbish. If it wasn't for the NGOs here, and I don't know what's going to happen now because you don't want people in the port of Petra, you don't want the people in the port of Olivos. If a boat comes out here now and sinks like it did on the 28th of October, and we lose, say, 400 people out here, 400 dead people out here, who is responsible for that? Because we can't do anything. People don't want to work in Molivos because they're being threatened, their car tyres are being slashed. Who's going to be responsible when it goes all around the world that Molivos beaches and Petra beaches are full of bodies? You really think the tourists are going to say, oh, let's book our holidays there. It would be a lovely swim in the water, won't it? With all these dead bodies that have been washing up all winter. Yeah? Use your fucking brains. You haven't got any. Use them. You are destroying tourism big time. And don't any of you see this? It's like a gang. It's like a mafia here. You know? We don't want this, we don't want this, we don't want this. All the shit going out, the stabbing the tyres and that is going all around the world and the media's picking it up. The media doesn't pick up on the good things that happen. The media picks up on you stupid people that are listening to these other people to say, you know, these people that are saying this, is putting all this in place. Who made the money from the big NGOs here on the north? Who had the contracts for the vans? Who had the insurance for the vans? Who had renting land and stuff like this and filling things? Who done all this? Now these are the same people that are pushing you people that are not thinking and telling them to keep the NGOs out, keep everyone out. And the world's seeing this. And when these beaches fill up with bodies because no NGO wants to work anywhere near Molivos now, if Erdogan opens those borders, which is a great possibility, what's going to happen? No one wants to work anywhere near Molivos. No one wants to work anywhere near Petra. Those beaches are going to fill up with bodies. Because no one's there to rescue them and help them and get them out of the water. Yeah? You really, really think that's going to solve your tourism problem? You really think bodies all down your beaches is going to help? Because you hate NGOs and you hate foreign people. You really think this is going to help the tourism? You really do. Yeah? The mayor of this island is trying to keep the tourists coming in on the island. He's trying his best. And all the time we have this, and this is going around the world. All this shit. And you have good people all around the island doing fantastic jobs, but the media pick up on you and what you do. And this thing that happened at the hotel last night, this is going to go all around the world as well. Yeah? These people are trying to earn a living. Yeah? Their hotel has been hit over the years, like a lot of people. And I've had people phone me and say, I've been told I'm not allowed to have any NGOs in my apartments. I'm not allowed to have anyone in there. So they can't make money. You really think doing this is going to bring your tourism back to the north of the island? You are very, very wrong. The only person that's going to bring tourism into this island on a big scale is the Mayor of Mytilene and the people around him that have the intelligence to see what's happened here, and we have to work with it and we have to deal with it. And we have to save lives, and we have to become the island of solidarity so people from all around the world come into the island of solidarity. Not this crap that's going on here, month in, month out, month in, month out. Okay? You have to deal with it, because I've had it up to here with it. I can't deal with it anymore. My life's been threatened and everything else. We get all the shit, all my business has been destroyed and everything else. And you're laughing in the streets because you can destroy the Kempsons. Yeah? I brought people into the island. My family comes to the island. Philippa's family comes to the island. We bring a lot of people into the island over the years. We've done a lot of advertising for Mollyvoss and everything else. And now you don't get that business either. And all the other people that are leaving, you have people leaving now. You don't get their business and their family businesses that come for year in, year out come here. You've lost it all. You're going like this, down and down and down. Right, that's that. I mean, I don't know how you deal with this situation. Someone said to me this morning, we all need to get round the table. What's the point? Because the fascists are going to go in there en masse and they're just going to scream everyone down like they always do. Yeah? So I don't know how you deal with this. I really don't. Petra was doing quite well, but now you've got this group of fascists growing up in Petra. You know, the other day I'm getting it on the internet from one of these fascists. He made a fortune from me because all the water the NGOs was buying, I was putting his way, so he was supplying all the water. So he made a fortune. And he's saying to me that the NGOs are making a fortune. He made the money. And now he's having a go. He doesn't want any NGOs here. Believe me, he won't get, if this comes again, he won't get any business at all from the NGOs, this guy. And that will go all the way around as well. And the thing is, you fascists, you're targeting people like that, especially old people and vulnerable people. You're targeting on groups of 80 or 90 of you or whatever you are. You're targeting these people, vulnerable people. You're making them frightened. This has got to be against the law. Yeah, this is intimidation. Yeah, democracy was born in Greece. This is nothing to do with democracy. Yeah, this is like thugs, bullies. I say this constantly, but no one's listening. And now it's getting out of control. How far will you go? How far are these bullies going to go? Yeah? Are they going to start shooting people and killing people? And they're going to get away with it because no one's taking any notice of them? Then they're growing bigger and bigger. Every business in here is suffering because of this group of thugs and bullies that are going around over the last 18 months and doing all this damage, stabbing car tyres, telling foreigners to leave. You know, you have people telling foreigners to get off the island. You have the president of the town telling tourists to get off the island. They're not welcome in Greece. And everyone blames the NGOs. Use your intelligence, use your brain, see what's going on. Yeah? Stop listening to the rumours and the gossip. There's a lot of money has come into this island. A lot of other places in Greece don't have this. A lot of other places in Greece don't have new tarmac roads. A lot of other places in Greece don't have their council workers out pruning trees and this because they don't have any money to do it. Because of what the mayor's done here and he's used his common sense, he's brought it in here, the money's coming in here. The shops are making money, the chemists are making money, the restaurants are making money, the car hire are making money. Yeah? At the moment, these thugs, if they had their way, they're going to stop all this. No one's going to make any money here at all. Yeah? And the beaches were full of dead bodies and you have no tourism at all. Okay, I'm going to shut this video down and then I'm going to open up another video about Turkish boats coming into Greek waters. Okay, so what's the next one? Okay, all the best everyone, bye.